By terminating 500 Supercharger network employees, Elon Musk, the mysterious Tesla president, has become very close to the world. Given the sum Tesla has done to work on the fittingness of EVs by the ideals of its gigantic organization of superchargers, this atrocity feels somewhat uncertain and stresses inside the firm. One should assess Tesla's center focuses, utilitarian suitability, and greater professional workplace scenery to all the more likely handle the reason behind this move. According to news reports, Tesla's fired all 500 people on its supercharger team. This is big news in Australia. What happened? Well, we don't know for sure, but it looks like Tesla fired all of its Tesla fans. A lot of them are lying. They are saying, that's it, Elon Musk, just burn, go to hell, die, leave, whatever. There's a lot of extreme feeling here. It's just justified. People can react emotionally when they hear things right, and maybe there's some fair points. Elon Musk has explained the reasoning behind Tesla disbanding the Supercharger team on X. He's just tweeted this: Tesla still plans to grow the Supercharger network, just at a slower pace for new locations, and they'll focus more on 100% uptime Teslas. Pretty close to 100% uptime already. So, rather than focusing on new installations, they're going to focus on new installations at existing locations. So, where Tesla already has connections in place, they're going to add more chargers to these locations, and obviously they're not going to add more chargers to locations where their Superchargers are not being used regularly. If they're not being used regularly, Tesla knows that they're going to add extra chargers to places where the system is consistently busy. So, Tesla's going to focus on adding those additional charges now that they've actually fired their entire team. General Motors and Ford have told the media that this doesn't change their plans, and they'll still follow through with their plans to add next chargers to their EVs. It's good to have an industry standard, and GM, Ford, and other automakers that agreed to let our customers connect to the network last year have said they won't make any changes. This means that next chargers, or Tesla chargers, will still be the standard. Tesla's choice to let rival EV makers use this network was hailed by U.S. President Joe Biden as a big win. They say that this opened the door for Tesla to get federal subsidies to expand the reach of its North American charging standard system, so Tesla can get some subsidies from basically growing its superchargers. Are these subsidies huge? Well, they're not huge, but they'll definitely help Tesla grow. But Tesla's saying, well, you know, it is quite expensive to grow these DC fast charges. We need to make sure there's enough demand if we're growing them, and obviously it does cost a bit of money to do this. Tesla's kind of reining back the spending at this point in time. A lot of people think it's the wrong move. They think Tesla should be aggressive. They should. If anything, Tesla should be spending more money right now. So what are your thoughts on that? It's easy to be outside the business and saying, oh, if I were the CEO, I would do this. A lot of people are saying that's the wrong decision Tesla should make. Everyone says Elon Musk is making the wrong choices, but if they were the CEO, what would they do? It would be hard. What would you do? Let us know in the comments. The decision to fire head of business Rebecca Tainucci and most or all of the staff that maintain the Supercharger system, according to two former employees and multiple LinkedIn postings, left officials at automakers and Tesla suppliers uncertain about their futures. Musk subsequently said on Twitter that, as just reported before, he's reacted to some degree, but he hasn't responded to whether or not Tesla's fired everyone. Andres Pinter is the co-CEO of Bullet EV Charging Solutions. A supplier to the network said, as contractors for the Supercharger network, my team woke up to a sharp kick in the pan bullets this morning. Tesla's already been awarded money under the federal government's NEVI program. This is in reference to the National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Program, which gives states money to set up EV charging networks. There's no way Mr. Musk would walk away from effectively free money. It may be possible that Musk will rebuild the EV charger team in bigger and more muscular ways. Now that it's well known that Musk prefers to have small teams, he believes small teams, 5 to 10 people, work much better together than big swollen teams, and that's part of his plan. He's not planning on continuing to build a network or main like they're going to, so saying there are huge amounts of money Tesla can get access to doesn't make sense to just leave Tesla. They're trying to save money by kind of restructuring their workforce, slipping it down, making it more Ford. In separate statements, they said they're not changing their plan to equip their EVs, which will allow drivers of their cars to connect to the Supercharger network. We have nothing new to announce regarding their plan, said Drin Motors. We will continue to monitor the situation regarding changes to the Supercharger team and the potential impacts, with no further comments or updates at this time. Executives and analysts said Musk could have disbanded the current Supercharger organization to build a leaner and less expensive team to run its operations. That's the most likely way this plays out. Musk made it clear in a call with experts earlier this month that he is not focused on opportunities in artificial intelligence, robotics, and driverless robot taxis. Maybe he thinks that the return on investment of superchargers is not as high as those areas. He could be right. We don't know yet. We've got to wait and see how things play out over the next few years. Musk is basically saying that if you're not investing billions of dollars into artificial intelligence right now, then you're going to be left behind. Well, we don't know if that's true or false in this layoff. Nothing's off the table. Musk is trying to send a signal internally that the difficulty that Tesla is going through means they're going to have to make tough choices. It shows their serious focus on reducing costs. Tesla last week reported lower first quarter profits and first quarterly revenue decline since 2021, even after a surge of the past week. Tesla shares are down 22% so far this year, with sales of Tesla's EVs contracting in the first quarter of the year and profit margins under pressure, with Tesla reducing its prices. Musk is cutting Supercharger network spending to conserve cash for other products with more growth potential, and this is what analysts believe anyway. It's very likely that Supercharger will reduce capital expenses over the next couple of years as the company is in a slower growth phase. Analysts have said rival U.S. charging networks have struggled with reliability problems. Basically, their chargers are known to be down regularly by about 60% uptake, as 40% of them aren't working most of the time. With about 90 to 96% uptake, Tesla's chargers work much better and much more efficiently. Customers aren't frustrated by the Supercharger network compared to rivals 5 large automakers, including Benz, General Motors, Honda, BMW, and Kia. They have called on Tesla to develop a fast charging network to compete with the Tesla Supercharger network, but they haven't done much yet. Now Tesla apparently does profit from superchargers, but they don't make a big profit, so maybe Musk is believing the return on investment, even with government incentives, is not really worth it. Therefore, if they slow down the uptake, they're still going to build more chargers, but just not as many as they had planned, and they simply add more chargers to existing locations where there's lots of demand, which would be making more financial sense if this is true, but that's what Tesla and Musk are planning now. This is not all about Elon Musk, by the way. People are saying it. Elon's not the only person making these decisions. It might appear that he is, but he's not the dictator that people think he is. Yes, there's a fair bit of that kind of impression, but Musk and the board make these decisions. It's not just like Musk can make this stuff happen without approval by the board. The board actually has to approve everything as well. Driven by market limits, cost speculation reserves, inventive divulgences, and essential realignment, Elon Musk chose to fire 500 Supercharger employees from different methods. However, the misfortunes might frighten some. They show Tesla's drive to keep utilitarian capacity, using computerization, and focusing down on augmentation in immature business areas. Such choices are imperative to Tesla's display of allowing truthfulness and improvement in the extraordinary EV scene as it extends and spreads. The purpose behind these exercises is to situate Tesla as a pathfinder in the production of minuscule transportation, no matter what the prompt impact or impacted faculty. So what are your views on Musk's decision to fire 500 Supercharger employees? Share your views in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed watching today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.